5 in the morning, we woke up super early and we're heading to the Big Pass. Last meters of Mexican and Latin American roots. The line is long.
It's going well here. I'm nervous.
Feeling nervous is only natural. 6:20 in the morning. We're starting a historic day that will be recorded in the annals, in the history of travel. It's worthwhile for this entire lovely community.
Because we're already lining up to enter the United States. It's a really long line because the border was closed for several days due to a fire that happened on the other side.
So you can see there are a lot of cars waiting to cross. We're in line, we're waiting, we're calm, and we're about to make some mate.
Speak for yourself. I'm not calm.
I made a weird move there, but the line is moving really fast, so... How are you, my love? I want to know how happy you feel.
One thing doesn't take away from the other.
I'm nervous. We didn't sleep well last night. You didn't either. No, just a bit of anxiety, that's all.
We haven't had any mate yet, so I'm still kind of out of it.
We haven't had breakfast and, well, that's it.
Crossing a border had become routine and unremarkable for us, but it's been around 3 years since our last border crossing.
And at the other borders, everyone says, no, it's really calm. Here, everyone just gives you warnings. So, well...
That plays a little bit of a role?
I think the line is what adds a bit more waiting, more nervousness, because otherwise, well, you just go straight to the office and they take care of you.
That's why we came here instead of Tijuana, where people say it takes 4 to 5 hours to cross. We're ready, my love. We're ready. And the song stopped, and that's when I learned it. Look, with the energy you want.
Drinking mate won't get us to the door. I've told Andy this many times.
You never know, my love. Mate represents identity, right? Move forward. Suddenly, we began broadcasting live from the border. Suck on this tangerine. There's the live stream. How are you, Rubia?
A little calmer because of the live stream?
Good. How are those mates?
Good, they're getting cold because we forgot to drink them.
Gallardo's team is doing well. We won't repeat the same joke. From here, we show you what we see. There it is. Amazing! We're entering the final stretch. We have left. There will be 8 cars, 6 cars, and we're entering customs.
Not to immigration.
Okay. Well, the chubby one is the one who knows. But we're here, that's it. I mean, the line ends here, my queen. Cynthia's anxiety meter from 1 to 10?
I'm a bit calmer, hoping all goes well. From what you saw on the live, I made a...
All right, we're here.
To cross into the United States, what you have to do is fill out an online form called I-94, where it asks for your passport information.
Your visa, first name, last name, an address in the United States, and a contact in the United States.
And, when we're coming in here, you have to show IR with your passport in hand, and what they're interested in seeing is the visa.
I'll tell you what comes next based on what I know.
We're crossing the border, excited and eager to enter. Recording must stop now. So see you on the other side.
We have 3 cars, and now it's our turn at the checkpoint where we have to show our documents.
What are your last words in Latin America? This time!
Can I say Viva Mexico? That was the first thing that came to my mind.
Say it, my love, say it. Let's go. Temperature's good, everything's in order. 45,381 kilometers, and we're about to enter.
Stop at the first place you see.
We're nervous. We've just entered. And looking at all the tall things and everything, trying not to do anything illegal. I don't want to go to jail. Slowly. I want to stop. I want to say something. The overweight girl showed remarkable composure and stoicism, a feat I could never have achieved myself. Say that I got stuck with the English so the fat girl spoke, because no! It was impressive?
Right from the start, I mean. Leaving Mexico, it was amazing. The guy was really nice, even...
He was from Puerto Rico.
He was from Puerto Rico. It wasn't leaving Mexico, but rather the first checkpoint for entering the United States.
Having 2 passports wasn't an issue. I gave him the expired one with the visa, and when asked for a valid passport, I provided it without problem.
You're visiting Las Vegas and the Grand Canyon on the United States side. Perfect, super friendly destinations.
Dun 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 dun! Suspense music!
I mean, they had told us to stop at the stop sign and that they were going to come over.
Good morning. Believe it or not, I've been following you for 2 days.
No, how?
Seriously, it's incredible.
Let me see, I'm going to say hi to him.
I thought you had already crossed.
Yeah, we already crossed. Oh, that's cool. They just welcomed us to the United States. So, Rubia, tell me...
Well, so he told us, okay, now you stop at the green light. No, you stop there, and when the officer comes over, he'll tell you how to proceed. So we stop there, the officer comes over and says, oh...
So I say hello to him.
He continued speaking to me in English with a very thick accent.
English, thick, fast?
I understand English well, but he spoke to me with a really thick accent. And in the end, what he said was, do you understand that that's a green light?
I said yes, and green light means go. I said yes, then go ahead.
I said, okay, let's continue.
Before that, he had asked for my driver's license. I take it out and give it to him. We continue. What the hell are we doing?
The man spoke curtly as we continued, telling us to get out of the car. Inside, while filling out a form, he asked where we were going.
He said to me in curt English, but you told me you were going to Alaska when I said I was going to Las Vegas.
I tell him, well, our trip...
Yes, and he gave in.
Yes, like you saw, like saying, you're lying to me.
Well, our trip is from Argentina to Alaska, but we're going to visit some parts of the United States. We want to do Route 66, and one of the places we want to visit is Las Vegas.
Sounds good.
Sounds good. With 0.
But yeah, 0, like, okay.
He didn't have a smile or anything. Like you said, sounds good. And the other one, sounds good.
The other one was nicer.
Yeah, the other one was. What I meant is that I got the feeling they were kind of playing a role. I mean, they're there every day with people. They kind of have this thing where they're always looking to see if they can find something wrong. I didn't think they were mean in a negative sense. It seemed more like they were playing a role.
A tough role. That's what it was, a tough role.
They had to play that role and maybe got into it. Multiple people would come out to look at the truck, but none of them said anything.
You're all sweaty in the front, in the back.
Forget it, Rubia. This is life. That's how we go in. We entered the United States. And we're going to do our first kilometers in this new country.
We're starting now. Estantera is ready.
Emotions are a bit calmer, but not 100%, because that's not what life is about.
They relaxed after crossing, but the road awaits.
The road, the signs. What was your biggest fear about entering the United States?
The speed on the highways.
All right, let's see how we do with that too. Another fear was committing a crime, making a mistake, or breaking a rule without realizing it.
Yes, I used to think I could commit an unknown infraction, and that I would end up in jail for anything.
Look at that man passing by, sorry.
Look, wait there so you can see him.
With the hat, nice.
Well, I don't know. From where?
From what I've heard, in the United States, everything is clearly marked. You can do anything unless it's explicitly prohibited.
That's what they told me, so we'll see. We'll keep telling you what we discover about the United States.
A moment ago, I was just marking the place we're going to. The first place is passing through Dulzura and then to Chula Vista. It showed me that it was a blank route. On the map, orange indicates a main road or highway, while white signifies an unpaved secondary or tertiary street. I told Gord I wasn't sure if we should take the dirt road, but we took it anyway. I'm uncertain about the decision.
I imagine it's all paved. We'll find out in a few kilometers.
I don't know if it's all paved, but the sign says, "Welcome to California." Oh yeah, California! Tara? My love, there was a border patrol stopping over there.
Yeah.
Regarding speed, how fast should I go? I'm in first gear. Let's check the signs to determine the desired speed. Look, speed limit 55.
Oh, 55 miles. 1 mile is, oh, I forgot. I have it written down. I'll tell you in a second.
Speed limit, up or down?
It's a limit. I mean, you can't go faster than that.
We're at an intersection, but over there it's a lower limit, and you can't go below that.
No, because it's an intersection.
There are many signs, my love. In 25 miles, there's something unknown. North California, 188.
1 mile is 1.6 kilometers.
I-188, North California. I must speed up, my love. This can't go slow.
We're doing well at 60, but we should be going 80 based on what they said.
My love, what do you feel?
What do you see? What do you smell?
Calm down, my love. We're driving on new roads.
50 miles per hour is the speed you should go.
Multiply it for me.
No, wait, let me remember.
It's about 65, 70 kilometers per hour, according to the data I have in my head.
We're going 60.
Good. We're doing well, we're doing well.
Look, here they sell tiny houses. Small or prefabricated houses. See? It's true.
My love, I'm very excited.
I'll keep my excitement in check here.
Isn't any border patrol following us? No.
All right, 35 miles per hour. I have to slow down. Look.
At the right speed, of course, because of the curve. It's very nice.
Yeah, it's nice.
The road is very... I got stuck on the word carretera. The route is very smooth, nice.
Yeah, cross traffic, don't stop.
Cross traffic does not stop. Cross traffic, don't stop. So, the ones crossing are the ones who don't stop. I'm the one who has to stop. 1, 2, 3. It's okay, baby.
Look at that! You just kept going and left. Show it there.
Yes, yes, yes.
California?
Patrol?
Patrol goes.
Patrolled by small planes.
No radars, no radars.
Look at this. This is what burned.
There's a smell of smoke in the air. Yes, yes, yes.
Look at the sign. San Diego.
These are all the fields that burned last week.
That was when, well, we were planning to cross and the road was closed because of this fire.
Look at the vast area that's been burned. It's astounding and far worse than expected.
Yes, it was about 4,000 acres, which is around 2,500 hectares.
We were just walking along this road where you can go 40 or 50 kilometers per hour.
There was an intersection and a lady in a car there. Hey!
I received our first American greeting because the lady was American.
We assume it's someone who's here, which could be anything. It's our first greeting on the road in the United States.
We had been told that everything is very well marked and indicated. And honestly, we haven't stopped reading the signs since we arrived.
Everywhere.
They indicate everything to you. For example, if there's a curve coming up, it tells you to get ready to brake. Then it reminds you again, get ready to brake.
There was just a downhill on the road where first there was a sign that said, "The road may flood," and further ahead there was another sign that said,
"If it's flooded, don't cross it. Everything has its own indication."
Yes, there it says share the road. To share the road with bicycles or people who are exercising, I guess, too. Everything is signposted, it's true, and it's nice. I like it. There's greenery, little hills going up and down. And just now at the little curve, you could start to see water.
Yes, there's a lake up ahead.
Well, it has the name here, but I can't quite see it.
Okay, my love.
Otay Lake is what we're looking at. What we're going to see in a few minutes.
A little stop on the route because we're going around Otay Lake and it looks super nice. There are a lot of motorhomes, RVs parked around the lake and a lot of people with little boats and things out on the water. Obviously they're fishing or something like that. What do the signs say, my love? Any relevant information?
Yes, it says these are urban babas, that if it sounds bad, it's because it's bad.
And it explains how the water gets polluted by all the waste that's thrown away in the city when it's not put in the right place.
I'm very excited, very happy to be here. I couldn't believe it. We were just driving there for a bit in silence. The blonde requested a moment of silence to connect with the surroundings. She said, "Okay, I love your excitement, but let's connect with the environment." And I loved it. And I was saying that. I mean, we just got here and it already feels natural to be driving around here. But, how much time did this whole desire to enter the United States set us back? And now we were already driving on the roads, seeing signs in English, the big cars, they have some really impressive things.
Now I've relaxed because I was really tense and I couldn't get out of that state.
Giant RVs and everything. We're here, we're here, we're here.
How many kilometers did we travel to our third stop? Under 50.
Less than 50, because 50 is the distance we're going to cover to San Diego. The Estanciera, blending amazingly with the landscape, my love. Ah! And one thing we didn't show are the jerry cans and the color, which turned out reddish. Spectacular, huh? How about that red? The blonde was saying to make it white with a red stripe. She liked the idea, but it seemed a bit more sensible to me to make it all red, because red is for gasoline, yellow is for diesel, right?
White is for water.
Wasn't it blue for water? Something like that.
Little paths, trees, flowers, plantations, children playing with their bicycles.
Huge mansions up there and business centers over here.
That's the idea we had of the United States that we were going to see. But it's really impressive. It reminds me so much of the Powder magazines. Everything is fantastic, honey. It's amazing. I felt transported. But look at those tall trees. That's something we really love. What's that? San Diego is surprising me. A lot of trees along the road, in the middle, on the sides, tall trees besides the palm trees, and that cool thing we see looks green. I like that. And I would like to suggest, if you agree, my queen, a search, a game, something to find. Alright?
Alright, my love.
Let's look for the first pothole in the United States. Let's look for the first pothole in the United States. Here. First world, everything you want, but it still has potholes. No, but we're going to find one. There's always either the law that proves the rule, or the exception that proves the rule, or that not everything is as they tell you. Let's see.
You're not going to forgive her for anything.
Let's look first.
A pothole in the United States. We're going to look for it.
Great moment. Awesome. I was about to get on the freeway at the last moment. The highway is where you can't go less than, I think, 80 or 90 kilometers per hour. It's an impressive thing. I'm crossing here. We're closely monitoring to ensure everything goes smoothly. We're crossing the freeway, the highway, down here. You're exaggerating, Blondie. They're not going that fast.
Still, let's take the ones we have on quieter routes.
But we're fine. We're fine. And I have the GoPro ready to catch the first pothole. We still haven't found it yet. Yeah, we saw streets where obviously the road, the pavement, well, you know what I mean. The pavement was getting destroyed, but it's all still there, with that little thing holding it together, and you can see the little snake-like cracks.
The patches on the streets are red. When there are cracks in the road, in the asphalt, the patch that goes over that little crack is red.
Yeah, but we haven't found any potholes yet. It says turn left on green light. What does that mean, Rubia?
It means that with a green light you can turn left.
Attention! First stop in the United States.
It's okay, Rubia, keep going.
1, 2, 3.
Oh, well, and where were we going to stop?
Here. Oh, well, there are bathrooms here.
It's a school. We thought it was a park. It was a school. Here we're going to wait for someone who's coming to greet us.
And this is the first place in the United States where the estanciera left its mark. It left its little drop of oil.
We realize that we're really paranoid because we stopped at this park, which is where we're going to meet Ezekiel.
We just talked to him. He told us he'll be here in about half an hour. And we were just standing here like this.
We brought a slice of pizza first and I said, let's eat the pizza. And the fat girl tells me, but can you eat on the street?
We received numerous warnings about prohibited activities here. Spilling water on the street, among other things, is not allowed.
Something that just happened was, oh, I really want to sit down.
Can you sit on the grass?
Thinking that they won't mess anything up, I'll tell you anyway.
There's a bit of trash in the little holders.
I'm not gonna tell you this is like what we're used to, but we parked on top of a Coke can.
We moved here to the little park.
And we're about to enter the first public restroom in the United States.
They say they even have Wi-Fi.
Let's check it out right now.
Men's bathroom.
There's no one here.
This is the public bathroom.
There it is, Canelita. You can tell they just cleaned it. The floor and everything with soap. Urinals. This one doesn't have a door. It doesn't have a door.
The urinals are very clean and appear to have been recently wiped down. There is still some foam present, indicating they haven't finished drying yet. There are 2 urinals in total.
Oh, it hasn't finished drying?
They're quite low. Press the button and it goes whoosh. It's odd, but... Do you remember how we found it funny that in Mazatlan, we went to a bathroom that had a super low door and you could see everything?
Yes.
Well, this one doesn't have a door. Ah, the bathroom doesn't have doors. The toilet doesn't have doors. We're all friends when it comes to... Seriously? Yeah, check yours.
I'm going to check mine. Let's see. How is it? Ah, it's the same. You have to go to the bathroom without doors. No, I get it now.
It's a bathroom for kids because it's next to the park. That's why it shouldn't have doors.
The toilets are also low.
I think that's the point.
Look at this. It says it's illegal to smoke in Chula Vista parks.
How is it in Argentina?
In parks, in public places, is it not allowed to smoke? Here it says what you are not supposed to do in the park. I still don't fully understand it, but I like the detail. Courtesy is contagious, or something like that. Blondie, did you hear?
Yes, I liked it.
Finally, we're in the shade. It's beautifully silent. There are small chairs, trash bins, and grills on each table. And next to it, there's a big container to put the hot ashes, the hot things. I mean, it's just spectacular. Look at what's about to happen. Beautiful. Ezekiel just arrived. He's a member of a chip club. Will and Colin and all of them put us in touch.
They're friends.
We can't believe it. Where are we going, my love?
You'll see it in a second.
You can probably imagine what surprise they have for us as a welcome to the United States. You know that the group Ezekiel belongs to. They took up a collection and gathered money to change the tires on the station wagon, which were a bit worn out. Cynthia expressed the same concern about the tires. They collected money and will replace our tires with new ones. Amazing!
Are you happy, my love?
Yes, amazing.
They're talking to us. Let's see.
It's a punch. This is what goes in.
Ezekiel explained that this one has 10 canvas layers.
10 layers of canvas, perfect for what you guys are doing. I made sure you had what you needed, and look, here it is.
Thank you very much. And how did it go?
You guys are part of a shippers club.
Let's say we're a community from Baja California and San Diego. We're united, without any name or team shirt or anything like that. We all communicated, we said, let's do something for a good cause. My friend Colin, Willis's brother, called me. And look, all of us contributed a little bit, and thank God, look.
We want you to go to the United States. Thank you very much. Thank you very much.
I wanted to resolve some concerns, mainly the very worn-out tires before entering the United States.
And actually, when we were going up that hill, once we crossed the border, there was a really strong smell of burnt rubber.
And look, this showed up. We had put it aside because of the budget, and then they appeared. Thank you so much.
No, thank you guys. You are an inspiration. I'm a traveler, but only in spirit, because honestly, I can't do it physically. But you are the inspiration. Keep going, guys, and make the entire Latino community proud. Yes, it can be done. Look, everyone, it is possible.
They were somewhat worn out, some more so than others.
Let's see what it's like to drive with new legs.
We have a new stabilizer, new shock absorbers, and now we have new legs. Thank you. How impressive. Let me check. Oh my love, what a welcome in the United States. I love it.
Thanks to the entire 4x4 community from Baja California and San Diego for coming together.
Yes, and also to the guys from the tire shop who kept searching and searching for their special sizes. We're in the United States and better than ever, my love.
And now we're going with that one who's going to take us to a little market.
With more affordable prices.
Of course, because we had to leave behind all the fruits and vegetables we could have kept from all the open packages on the Mexican side.
In case they checked our van?
In fact, they didn't check anything. They didn't check anything.
They didn't check anything. They didn't ask us for any information about the van. Other than the license plate, which they wrote down at the first checkpoint. Nothing. No information about the vehicle. Nothing.
There's no customs check when entering the United States, so we could have brought vegetables. But if we happen to get inspected...
Sure, it's going to be complicated, but what I'm telling you is that you should speed up a little there. You feel a lot more stability, a lot of stability.
You have to feel it. Ours were already very worn out. Smooth in several places.
I got in from the side, and surprisingly, nobody noticed. All-terrain drink.
Here we go. We already got a few little things. 4 small breads.
Our ingredients may not pair well. 4 small breads, 2 carrots, an onion, and 2 apples.
First purchases in the United States, and the prices won't surprise you. They're in dollars.
No, but at first we went in and saw $1.50, things like that. But then Andy told me, oh, but that's in pounds.
A pound is a little less than half a kilo, so yes, apples were $3 per kilo and things like that.
So we just bought something very basic to get by today, and later we'll get into prices and all that and make better purchases.
Very good.
My attention that we're traveling on a road that looks wide, very main. And I'm used to associating these kinds of roads with having roadside stands, industries, shops, things like that. And here there are little houses without fences, with just a low little fence, as if it were a super small quiet village with tiny streets.
It's like that. It's like finding something. Andy says it's not a highway, but to me it looks like a pretty wide road. If not a highway, what would you call this?
It's an avenue.
An avenue, precisely an avenue.
And there aren't any tall buildings, there aren't just shops or things like that. There are little neighborhood houses without fences. We've been here in the United States for a few hours.
I was going to say Mexico, and I hadn't spoken English with anyone except the immigration officer.
I went into that store expecting to speak Spanish again, since everyone had helped me in Spanish until then. I spoke to him in Spanish, but he answered me directly in English.
Despite the glass barrier between us, we managed to communicate. I spoke English.
Did you speak in English again?
I practiced again.
Come on, Blondie, keep practicing.
And I had a mission.
Andy said, I need to drink something cold. Get me something for $1. I told him, Everything here is $3. He said, get me something for $1.
Let me tell you, the 600 milliliter Coca-Cola, do you know how much it costs?
$1.
$2.60.
$2.60 for the 601.
The 601.
And the only thing I got you for $1.50. I couldn't stick to the budget, but it was the cheapest.
It's a green tea with honey, because there was another one with a lot of sugar.
$1.50?
$1.50.
Also enjoy it cold.
That would be 30 pesos over there.
30 Mexican pesos, and as for Argentine pesos, I couldn't tell you anymore.
Additionally, the hood is up. Andy wanted to check something because the truck was revving high.
How long were we here? 5 minutes.
A car stopped and asked if everything was okay when we had nothing.
Do you need help?
No, really nice. No, everything's fine. Everything's fine. Well, I mean, Rubia, we're fine.
Oh, you won't believe what happened.
Hood up, that guy passed by. He asked in English.
He left, we said. No, everything's fine. That's it, he left.
Another one stops on this side and says to us, do you need help?
Andy uncharacteristically says, I don't know why this is happening to us, what do I know? And the other guy...
And the man says, well, I'm a mechanic, I can help you. Oh, okay. And the man says, well, but give me a minute, I'm going to buy a juice. I say, Andy, what are you doing?
We're in the United States. I mean, that little help is going to cost you $100. How are you going to say yes to him?
When he arrives, first inquire about the cost.
And Andy tells me that, well, I'll ask him now. But the man arrived and he didn't ask him. I said, I'm not taking responsibility. I'm not paying that part.
You pay 100%, I'm not paying anything.
I refused to pay, telling him he had to ask. I reminded him that we're in the United States, where things work differently. What happened?
We encountered 2 issues during our inspection. The first was with the accelerator. When pressed, it would stick. I don't know why it would get stuck there, and it had... And we also had another problem, that this little thing that... The screw that adjusts the acceleration had come off and we almost lost it. Luckily we found it, but when I put it back in, it would come out again. So he went and retrieved some tools he had, bringing back nuts, washers, and various other items. He designed a system, adjusted it to the carburetor, and fixed the issue of it getting stuck. Because he opened it up a little and found that it was getting stuck with a nut. I don't know, just a bunch of random things and stuff. And now the truck not only doesn't get stuck, but it also starts right away and works fine.
So, well, he didn't charge us anything. The gentleman was really nice.
But he also asked, what were you doing here? Why did you stop here?
We told him we wanted to buy a phone subscriber identity module card.
To have internet and all that stuff.
Then we remembered that we had a subscriber identity module card that Familia Rutera gave us. We put it in the phone, and it took 45 minutes in the phone to activate it.
But since we don't have a United States card, she used her card.
So that it gets debited every month, and we transfer the money to him.
Impressive. So now the estanciera works great, the accelerator doesn't get stuck anymore. We have an internet plan on automatic debit on your card. Obviously, we transferred the account and paid you, and we're going to keep transferring it to you every month. But what an amazing welcome in the United States. Discard, damn, Blondie, this is crazy.
Let's rest now. It's 4 post-meridium, and we haven't had lunch yet. He didn't want to go out because he said he hadn't showered. He wanted to shower and shave to look.
Yeah, but really cool. Amazing. We're in disbelief. Our first hours in the United States have been wonderful.
And now we have a couple of recommendations for places to go to rest for a bit, and then we'll look for a good place to spend tomorrow.
We're looking for a little spot here along the California coast to spend the night. And here they sent us this little place that's full of art.
The one that was recommended to us is Pepper Park.
All right, can I move a little further over there?
Sure.
Look at that little car. Forget about the Corvette. What is that?
I don't know what it is.
Oh no, here it's just for boats, I guess.
Oh, maybe, yes.
That's crazy. Look there.
There are people getting into the water.
If we want, we can cool off.
People in the water. I want water.
It's really hot. It's more or less like in Tecate. The sun burns like crazy, but here we have the fresh sea breeze.
And me. I was glad to put on the shirt to bid farewell to Mexico and enter the United States, as I'm happy to see this jug leave.
Yes.
But anyway, Look at the number of parking spots there for electric cars. Well, let's park near the grass.
Yes, and if possible, in the shade too.
We came here to take a little nap in the shade, enjoying ourselves, finishing up enjoying. The spectacular, incredible sunset of our first day in the United States is starting, something we used to see as distant, and here it is.
On the very first day, we experienced all the typical events of our trips.
Auto repair shop, fixes, company, invitations, gifts.
It's true! All of that. We were missing food, we just ate some sardines with salad.
No, Carlos gifted us the burritos today?
You're absolutely correct. It's genuinely amazing. A beautiful day and a fantastic beginning to a new chapter.
So we invite you to subscribe and see how this journey through the United States goes and what surprises await us.
We're super happy and we're planning what's coming next, which is going to be amazing. So we send you a big hug and we'll see you. When, my love?
In the next video, after you subscribe.
To see which route we're planning for the United States.
Well, we have a few doubts. Let's see if we're not getting ourselves into... Is it the freeway? Is it the freeway? Is it the highway? Is it the highway?
Yes, you're asleep.
Highway? That's a lie. It's not the highway.
Here I am, everything in English. I want to fill up the tank, but I don't know how many liters I'll need. So I had to give him extra money, just guessing how much extra it was.
And I pressed the red button, he told me. If I don't enter an amount, just press the red button.
Well, that's it. Should we ask her?
Yes.
Let's see, Blondie. Oh, come on. Put your seatbelt on, Blondie.
He invited us to see another sea.
We're ready, my love. In this solemn act, we begin to cross the Coronado Bridge.
They're worth it? Traveling?
Traveling is worth it.